Hi, how is everyone today? Let me just start by explaining my last video I did. It was quite a rant video. Um, Everyone gets to a point when they see things and they just want to scream to the world. It's like relieving a valve of whatever. And that was me relieving a valve. I had gone and seen things in our reality that really upset me greatly. But of course, I was reminded by my viewers that not everyone's going to make this vibrational split since we are on a consciousness farm. I don't know what else you want to call it in our sim reality. But that's not what I really wanted to talk about today, because that video will have to stand on its own. Look, I'm a multi-dimensional being like you are, and I have got to deal with my multi-dimensional personality. I'm not just all love and light, but I have righteous anger. And I laugh when things are funny, when sometimes they shouldn't be funny, but to me they're funny. And I cry when things are extremely sad and bitter. I mean, I have the full range of emotions. Hey, sweetie. It's Tiger. I'm always talking about Tiger, so here he is. There's Tiger. So you're down, you're out, you're in. What I wanted to talk to you about is an experiment that Arthur, who lives in France, and I had done about a week ago. Let's see, we did it last Saturday, so I guess today's Saturday. It's been a full week. And let me tell you how that turned out and what the experiment was. I have done videos on energetic anything. Dragons is what I use. Energy that we send out into the world can be in any form. Since I'm in a high vibrational positive form, I have multiple dragons that are aspect of me that I send into the world. Well, I got really, really tired of the negativity and I wanted it to end. So Arthur and I talked about doing some energetic work, and he persisted in helping me, or I should say assisted in helping me. We can all do these. Now let me get into what I did. Inside of me, I gathered up all the energy that I could possibly take outside of my being, and that was a good chunk of me. And I put them into dragon form, dragons of love, dragons that were warriors, dragons that would devour negativity. I mean devour it. Dragons of healing, dragons of protection, and you get it, dragons of many different types. Now, if you were going to do this, you could use any totem as your energy carrier. And I sent it directly into the snow globe, up through the top, an umbrella around, coming down from the top to encompass the entire snow globe. Everything I had continually flowing out of me. Arthur was doing the same, but flowing his energy into me, making it stronger. When you have more than one working on any kind of a scenario, you can take what you have and enhance it, like doubling it up, tripling it up, whatever times whatever power. So I had done this, and Arthur wasn't real sure if we should do this now or we should wait. And I said, no, I'm tired of waiting. Let's do it now. So I sent out everything I had. And I mean, I put everything into it to get rid of the negativity in this snow globe, because I can't take it anymore. This has got to end. We have got to level up and get on with our reality. So I focused my dragons not only just going out into the reality, but actually going in to the negative beings and devouring them from the inside out. Here's what I didn't realize was going to happen. My energy is oscillating back and forth, going out and coming in. Even if it takes a day or 2 days or even a minute or 10 minutes, it doesn't matter, because there's no such thing as time or space in this reality. When they came back, they were filthy with dirty energy, and they went back into my body. I did this, I think I did this Friday. Friday is when I did it, or was it? Yeah, it was Friday night, not Saturday. Saturday morning, I woke up and my entire intestines were swollen. I mean, out to here. It looked like I was a couple months pregnant. And I started having the most severe diarrhea known to man. I'm still having it to this day, but it's at a minimal compared to what it was. What happened was when my dragons came back into me, they brought back a lot of this negative energy with them. And I had discovered when I was talking to Arthur, I didn't discover it until today when I was talking to him. And he's asking me, how are your bowels doing? Are you still really swollen? Are you having severe diarrhea? While I was having it, by day 3, it turned pitch black. Everything that was coming out of me looked like tar. And it happened for like 3 days. It looked like pitch tar. And I'm like, what is going on with me? Meanwhile, my dragons are still out. Huge parts of my energy being are, of course, encompassing these dragons. And whatever they're doing, it's coming back into me, filtering through my body and then going back out. So it's a cycle going. So I was talking to Arthur this morning and I'm like, oh my God, I just discovered something, because he wanted to find out what's going on with me. Please look into it. Find out if you've been poisoned. And I thought, well, of course I've been poisoned. But I did not realize it was an energetic poisoning and that it was my own dragons coming through my body. You know, I talk about we are a Trinity. This is a conduit. This is Trinity 1. Trinity 2 is your heart, the emotion, the mover, and Trinity 3 is your gut. I have now discovered that the gut has several functions that we are not aware of as individual human beings. This gut is so relatively important. It can take dark energy and turn it inert. And through that, our body is taking etheric dark energy, turning it into a more solidified matter that we can do something with these avatars to actually dissolve dark energy. I had no idea that these avatars had this capability. And doing what I was drawn to do naturally to try to clean up this reality, I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, these avatars are phenomenal. If everyone focused on getting rid of the negativity, sending out your energy in whatever form is comfortable for you, we could energetically clean this reality. But the thing is, you're going to have to deal with some of the dark energy consequences of your avatar then compressing it into a matter material so it can be gotten rid of, which means you're going to be having diarrhea like me and bloating and what have you. It is a small price to pay for cleaning up a reality. And I will never stop doing this. Now that I know that these avatars have this capability, I'm asking everyone to do the same thing. When we clean up the negativity in this reality, we can actually diminish it and make it inert through our own energy beings. Isn't that amazing? What can't we do? There's nothing we can't do. We're all powerful gods. We have an avatar that we don't even know how to use the working manual on the avatar, what we have the capability of doing in this reality. So here's the next thing. I saw that when I had done this energetically with Arthur's help, I also had talked to Wendy and she put in some mental stuff also. And hers was directed different directions. That it made a huge difference. And then we got a reset. I was basically sat down and told, you cannot do this for everyone because it doesn't work that way. And I woke up the next morning and I was so upset because I talked to Arthur and I said, Arthur, I've been punished because of what I have done. It's not allowed for just one being to come in and clean up the entire world. You cannot be their Superman. You cannot be the end-all, beat-all answer. Everyone has to come to this and do it on their own. It has to be a unity reality. We all have to work at doing this. It can't just be a single being. So I was very upset. I still have my dragons out, and up till this morning, I now only have a few dragons out that are left to protect certain individuals in this reality. And other than that, they're all coming back into me now. So I do know that even though that was undone, which was ridiculous in my aspect because it could have been done finally, but that it wasn't allowed, ridiculous, rules, what have you. The one thing that was allowed was that my energy dragons could still be out, diminishing negativity. I sent another dragon, many of them, to accompany these group of dragons. And that was to, if any negativity was being done, you shall be awoken to see what's happening in front of your eyes when it's being done. So if there's being a child being abducted, you will see it. And if someone's being murdered, you will see it. And if anything's being burnt to the ground with dew weaponry, you will see it. This being put into you, you will see it. You will realize it. I mean, and on it goes. And that was allowed to keep standing. And it's like, oh, so I could affect small pockets of this reality, but I couldn't take it over and make it the way I wanted, which was 100% on a positive reality, and get rid of the negativity, because that's what I want. That is my goal. That's my only goal here. So just know that your Trinity works in unison, and you are an all-powerful God, and you can do these things too. The more humanity realizes we are not just this tangible shell, but this tangible shell can take things that are not tangible into the ether, this negativity, and cleanse it through you and make it inert so it cannot damage any further. That's big. That's huge. Now who's the all-powerful God? And what they don't want you to know, what you can do, what you are able to do. So I thought I would talk about this today, and I'm also going to mention one more thing. I was watching Quantum Businessman. I finally had some time for the last 2 days because yesterday rained all day, and then this morning I finished up what I was watching, and he was talking about this Topsy elephant, and then there was a whole series on it, and I suggest everybody go to the Quantum Businessman and watch this stuff. It's very interesting. Talking about that the dark agenda to overtake this reality is now there and have been taking over animals, spirit animals. You know, in the Indian lore, they always talk about their spirit animals, and to take over these spirit animals, to go into a corporeal animal, where at one time, I remember when squirrels were completely eating vegetation, and now they eat meat. Since when? Since the corruption. And not just them. There was, Jeff was talking about giraffes. There's a giraffe now that eats meat. Butterflies, and I have seen this, where I've seen certain butterflies now eating dead carcasses. That was never a part of our reality. So I started looking into these things. I remember in one of my incarnations, I was a brown eagle, and I think I did a video on it way back when I first started my channel, and I talked about being an eagle. So I absolutely know you can take on any avatar, whether it be animal, plant, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. You can do it. So it looks like the cabal, which is like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and all of them. This is what they've been doing. They've been doing magic to put their energy into nature to corrupt it. I can also tell you, when I look back even before that, when I saw that nothing in nature ever ate anything that was alive, that was no joke, and that the corruption had started long before that, and it was the same group of beings leapfrogging through time. And I talk about that too in other videos. And this is how the corruption of the eat you world began to begin with the archonic negative beings. Yes. So that's why now things eat each other when it didn't used to be that kind of a reality. No, it did not. So I thought that was interesting too. So please go watch Quantum Businessman. I learned a few things from him because, of course, I don't know everything. I only know what I know, and then I'll learn more as time goes on, or what comes into me. So I'm going to start watching more of his videos now. Of course, when I first had done a talk with him, I had watched 2 of his videos, but I didn't leave anything, I don't think. But I might have just did a thumbs up because I always do thumbs up. But I'm going to start leaving comments to let you know I've watched this. So there we go. Our energetic beings. Mine are dragons. I love dragons, so mine will be dragons. And there it is. That is what this is for initially. To digest and make inert negative energy. It's a big twist from what it is now, isn't it? Of course, it has its function now to break down materials and digest them so that you don't starve to death. But there was a point when we did not eat either. And the only thing this was created for, which is why when I look back, we didn't have the same intestinals. It was way different and a lot less, was because it was only to keep in balance the energies in this reality. So if negativity got too big of a foothold, we could breathe it in, take it through our system, and make it inert. Isn't that interesting? It always reminds me of also feng shui. Feng shui is the same thing. It's to arrange things in your house, your home, your yard, whatever, so the energy can flow and keep a nice consistency like a flowing river with its bends. So the energy is always maintained into an energetic movement where it does not become stagnating. Like if your house is not feng shui, you can have stagnating parts of your home and you can walk in there and it just feels heavy and dull and lifeless. Yeah, this is why everyone needs to feng shui. Oh my, I'm all over the map again. So, okay, as far as my last video, that'll be my last rant video I'll ever make. I just needed to get that off my chest. It'd been quite some time since I made a rant video. And I know when I put my energetic dragons out, the ambulances going down my street almost came to a screeching halt. I was having 5, 6, 7 ambulances going up and down this road. And after that, 1, and then none, and then maybe 1, and then none. So yes, it made a difference. We can make a difference. It only ever takes just you doing something to make the difference. And that's the point, isn't it? Get involved. Here, this is a psychic war. That's another thing. Everyone's talking about, we're going to go into World War III. Sweethearts, we entered into World War III several years ago with the takedown. That was the beginning of your World War III. It isn't coming in the future. We've been in it. We're doing it now. It's now. And you're at war. You know why you're at war? Because it's been taken home to an individual level. Let me remind you again. War isn't coming. We are in it now. So, the do weapons, the Green Party, the pharmaceutical companies are your biggest enemies. And everything that was done in a higher vibration has been taken down as far as remedies. At one time, we had remedies from nature. Now, of course, the pharmaceutical companies, all they do is take the remedies out of nature, twist them, convert them to harm you. And that includes even animal, of course, like the snakes and the sea snails, the starfish, any kind of venom that's out there. And believe me, it's an inversion. But I'm beating a dead horse here. You all know this. If you've been on my channel, you know this. Please peruse all of my videos if you haven't seen them. There's a lot of vital information in them also. So just because they're old doesn't make them invalid. Remember, there's no such thing as time and space. I cannot do everything in one thing. It's too much. There's just too much information. So, all right then. On that note, yes, I am starting to feel better. I just heard somebody say, how are you feeling now? I'm actually feeling better. My whole intestines are still bloated, but it's not like it was. I literally had my intestines out to here. It was terrible. I mean, you can still see it's kind of bloated because I usually have a flat stomach, but small price to pay to have a better reality. We have got to hit this on every angle known, and that's no joke. So, okay. Everybody, I guess on that note, have a great day. Raise your vibrations. Send out your energy dragons or whatever you want them to be. And let's make this a better reality all the way around. I am also going to now pull up the bootstraps of negativity, and it's going out of here. I'm pulling the bootstraps up of positivity, and we are on our way up and out. We are going to have the better reality. So I'll see you on my next video, and everybody have a great day. Raise your vibrations. All right, bye.